This is James with WSTrades.com. I want to provide an update here on ticker GNS or GNS Group. It's been a while since I've covered this stock because it had this huge dump and this fat sell-off. And the comment section on the videos got really quiet as all of these GNS bulls that were calling for $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $10 a share just completely disappeared. They got really quiet when this thing had this massive dump. So I haven't really been covering it, but this company tried this pump and dump scheme, the same thing that Overstock did, by issuing this digital dividend on this other exchange. So what they were trying to do is force all the short sellers to close out. In a typical spinoff, short sellers could actually hold their short positions and they could be debited in their account the dividend. But in this scenario, it's a way to force the shorts to close. So they got a pretty good pump out of it, to be honest. To go to from 50 cents up to 250, that is a really huge move. So, I'll give it to Genius. They got a pretty good pump out of it, but then it had this massive dump, and it pretty much went down to where it started, almost. It's trading around $1 right now, but huge dump, huge sell-off. We never saw the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 13, whatever all the ridiculous price targets are that people were talking about. It never happened, and I told people it wasn't going to happen, but whatever. So it never happens, and they were really, preaching to the shareholders like, hey, make sure before the ex-div date that you got your shares because we're going to dual list GNS on Upstream, and you're going to get your ERL shares on Upstream. And then, I've been watching it. I haven't made an update, but Larry and I were talking about it, and they decided to delist from Upstream. So apparently there's a bunch of rules and regulations around dual listing GNS on NYSE and this Upstream exchange. And apparently the CEO and Genius Group didn't do their DD, they didn't do their research, and they thought this was just going to be an easy thing to do. And they found out, it's not so simple. So now they've decided to delist the shares from Upstream, which is just ridiculous because, not me, I don't buy this crappy penny stock, but, the people that are holding this stock, they were told that, let's get on Upstream, right? Get your ERL shares on Upstream. Get your GNS shares on Upstream, right? Because on Upstream, there's no illegal trading practices, right? There's no illegal naked short selling. There's no market makers screwing you over. Like all this nonsense, right? that these shareholders were told, and now it's not even true. Like they're not even taking GNS. They're not even keeping GNS on Upstream. They can't do it. So GNS and this CEO, they are choosing to keep their stock listed on NYSE. So apparently they want you to be subject to illegal naked short selling. Like they decided to choose the existing or the old exchange versus the exchange where you are protected from illegal naked short selling. So I think this company is a joke. I think it's a joke that they tried to do this and they didn't do their research. And they pretty much lied to everybody saying, hey, we're going to do this thing. And then it ended up not even being true. So this thing all happens, right? So I'm laughing at this. And then they also come out with this BS story to try to ride the AI hype here. That they are, They're teaming up with this Groove Digital and Groove AI. So they just want to put the word AI in a news story to try to ride the AI hype. But it says here it has signed a joint venture partnership with Groove Digital and Groove AI to deliver artificial intelligence powered tools to Genius U partners and faculty. And it says something in here, the story, that there's like no terms disclosed. Like I was reading through this story and they're not disclosing any terms. It doesn't mean they're actually going to make any money off of it, or maybe it's going to cost them a lot of money. There's just like no terms disclosed. So this is totally just a scam news story to say, hey, look at us, we're getting involved in AI, because there's a lot of hype around AI right now, right? And they don't say, we're going to do this partnership with this Groove AI and it's going to generate us like $1 million in revenue or $1 billion in revenue. It's totally just a play to put a news story out there and try to pump the stock price, but it really means nothing for them. They don't have any estimates that it's going to generate them any money, any revenue, any gross profit. So yeah, this has just been kind of a laughing stock here as they tried their little pump and dump scam and it had this huge move lower, and they're trying all this crap and these news stories to try to save their stock. And none of these news stories about partnering up with these AI companies and all this stuff is going to make any difference here, because at the end of the day, when you look at their financials, they're just bleeding a ton of cash. and they really need to improve their financial situation. And these little news stories here about how they're going to start delivering AI to customers, that's not going to work, and we can see it right here on the chart. That is not going to keep them afloat at these prices we're seeing of like $1.50, $2.50. So just wanted to provide an update here and kind of tell you what I think about GNS and kind of some of the stuff they've been up to. And I don't know. I think this stock in this company is a joke. But I'll continue to keep you updated here on ticker GNS or GNS Group. Please like this video. Please also subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Appreciate you for taking the time to watch this. Talk to you soon.